Good evening, everyone. We'll be starting event within next 5 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining for today's session on time. And we'll be starting off today's session with great pleasure. It's a very happy day for us at Magicbit. And I hope you can see me clearly and I'm audible to all of you. So, my name is Migara. I'm from Team Magicbit, as you all know. So today I'm representing everyone in our team, especially our co-founders, Anuruddha Tennakon, Sudha Tamarasinghe, Akalanka Di Silva, and our other members who are here with us and who are not here with us. So first of all, let me welcome you all to the gathering today, and we still have guests coming in for our session, but to save everyone's time, we are going along with our schedule on time. So our today's session will be IoT Revolution is here. Now this will mark a milestone in our Magicbit journey as we are going global today with a crowdfunding campaign. So to start off our session and to go along in our session, I recommend you all to change the settings in the layout to spotlight. So you can see the speaker highlighted on your screen in the Google Chrome. So I'm sure everyone in our audience today are familiar with our Magicbit product. Now, I would like to introduce Magicbit. I think it's a device like this. So I like to introduce Magicbit as a small computer, roughly the size of your palm, which can be used to innovate with smart technologies like IoT. Now, we all know that the world is moving towards new technologies, and everyone in every field will need technology in the future. By doing innovations with technology, we can develop new things, but it's kind of difficult, complex, and costly, especially for a non tech person. So, this is why we wanted to change this uh, with a fast to learn, easy to use, and a cost effective platform to do smart innovations. And that's how Magicbit was born. Magicbit stands out among all the other platforms out there with ease of use and cost effectiveness. For example, now even a 10-year-old can create an IoT project within 10 minutes using Magicbit. We make it that easy for a beginner and guide them to become experts using the same platform without buying additional components. And that's how we save the cost as well. Now, Magicbit is not just a hardware device, and we have created a cloud IoT platform, a mobile app, content, and the community. So we are creating an ecosystem for innovation. So it works as a STEM tool as well, and that's why we recommend it for students as well from age 8 above. As it has strong components in IoT, we theme this campaign as Magicbit Create Your First IoT Project in 10 minutes. Now, if I brief you about our journey over the years, we have been developing Magicbit over the past 2 years from 2019. We beta tested our product in a closed segment here in Sri Lanka. Now we have about around 500 Magicbit users in Sri Lanka. So it's a well tested product by the users and it's proven. So we are very confident about the performance and the robustness of Magicbit. For this unique value that we created, we have been recognized with many awards locally as well as internationally over the past 2 years. Now, a comment we received very frequently from all the judge panels in all these competitions is, why don't you take this product to the world? But as a small startup, we thought how we can take this idea to the global stage. We searched for different avenues and we wanted to make the impossible possible with an innovative method. This is where we learned about crowdfunding about 1 year back. It's a fascinating concept proven for more than 10 years in the world. In crowdfunding, the idea is many people can contribute financially to realize a concept. The most popular category out of crowdfunding is reward-based crowdfunding, where which can be used to introduce an innovative new product to the world by giving a chance to early supporters to buy it before anybody else in the world at a discounted rate. So the most popular crowdfunding platform in the world right now like this is called Kickstarter. Kickstarter has raised over $5 billion up to now to realize awesome ideas all around the world by startups and by individuals. You can find not only technical stuff, but also amazing projects related to arts, games, and many other fields on Kickstarter. In crowdfunding, you can purchase a product or we call it a reward by paying on the site. When you do that, we call that you have pledged or supported the project. Then the amount is deducted from your card, and after the campaign is over, which is usually about 30 days or 45 days, the owner of the project is responsible to deliver the rewards to the backers. We are releasing a video today after this event guiding you all how to buy our project, our Magicbit through Kickstarter website. Now, this whole chain in crowdfunding, in Kickstarter, relies on the trust. It depends on the trust between the backer and the project creator. Now, as Team Magicbit, we try to minimize the trust issues in our project by partnering with high quality manufacturers like Toslanka team, who are here with us today, which is a Japanese Sri Lankan electronic assembler. We ship our products worldwide with DHL, another giant in global logistics, likewise. Now, the unfortunate situation was we cannot list a project on Kickstarter from Sri Lanka. Luckily, one of our co-founders, Akalanka, is from Australia. Therefore, we were able to list our project in Kickstarter from Australia. This is the reason you see the currency in our project as Australian dollars in Kickstarter. I hope that answers a burning question in the mind of many of our supporters here. Once we finalize all orders after this campaign, we will start the shipping by end of October this year. We have two versions of Magicbit, the basic board like this called Magicbit Core, and there's another version with 10 sensor modules, a complete set, which is called Magicbit Pro. Apart from this, you can find many versions, bundles of tools and of 2 Magicbits, 10 Magicbits, add-ons like robot platforms, gift cards, 10-hour IoT online course, and many more things on our Kickstarter page. I'll show you how you can navigate to our Kickstarter campaign page in a while. So you can, with all these things, after we launch our campaign today, you can buy one for you. You can get one as a gift for someone, a very unique gift, or else you can donate it to Sri Lanka Inventors Commission to provide it to a student innovator in Sri Lanka. For the donate option, you just simply have to inform us through email when we request you to confirm your shipping details. Now, that's all about Magicbit, about why we are going international, and about Kickstarter, and how you can get Magicbit, and how you will receive our product, and what are the different options you have. So now I'm going to play you our Kickstarter promo video. Now after that, I'll be presenting you our Kickstarter page, or else I'll be launching our page in a very unique way using Magicbit. So let's move on to our Kickstarter video first, then followed by our Magicbit launch. So let me share my screen.
Today, everything is connected to the internet, from your smartphone to airplanes. This network is known as Internet of Things, or IoT. It can be applied for transportation, health, agriculture, manufacturing, and many other fields, saving time, energy, and cost. But developing even a simple IoT solution requires knowledge in electronics, programming, communication, and web development. So it could be quite difficult, complex, and costly. We're going to change this with a bit of magic. Introducing Magicbit, an easy IoT platform for everyone. With Magicbit, you can develop your first IoT project in less than 10 minutes. Magicbit may look small, but it's a powerful tiny computer powered by ESP32, packed with onboard features. If you need any additional sensors, you can simply plug and play. With our cloud IoT platform, you can create IoT projects easily in minutes, even without coding knowledge. You can also program Magicbit with your favorite language. It can be easily connected with cloud IoT platforms. Since Magicbit supports many platforms, Basically, you can try out any related resource on the internet with Magicbit. How about using your mobile as an input or output device for your next IoT project? With our mobile app, you can get sensor data from your mobile and send back notifications. When COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, millions of students were stuck at home, and their interest in technology was directed towards computers and mobiles. Magicbit is a perfect STEM tool for students to learn new things and improve creativity with innovation. It's made for everyone. Feed your pet while you're on vacation. Water your home garden. Collect data for your project. Create your own personal assistant. Build cool robots. Magicbit is a beta-tested product with proven results. For the unique value created, Magicbit has been recognized with many local and international awards.
We are a group of electronic engineers and we created Magicbit to ignite the spark of creativity in everyone. Now we need your support to bring Magicbit to life with this Kickstarter campaign. Please back our project and tell your friends, because all we want to do is make this world a better place with new innovations.
So with that, we'll be moving on to our Magicbit Kickstarter launch. I know this can be done using a button or navigating to the website very easily, but being the Magicbit team, we would like to get involved. We would like to get the involvement of our Magicbit device in our launch as well. So you can see here on my hand, I have our Magicbit device. So what we have done here is we created using our block-based programming platform, our IoT cloud platform called MagicBlocks. We created a 3-block logic where when I click this push button on Magicbit, simply that input will redirect my browser to our Kickstarter page, launching our campaign from here onwards. So let's see how it's going to work. So it is an IoT application that we are using to activate our project. So you can see our project is activated, and thank you. So right now our project is online in Kickstarter, and I'm sure I'll show you a few. Here you can see the rewards we have. The initial reward, and during the first 24 hours, we have a super early bird offer for our Magicbit core device, which is 32 Australian dollars. And for our Magicbit Pro unit, we have $67 offer during the first 24 hours of our campaign, which is the lowest price we are going to give it. And that's it. So Magicbit Kickstarter project is launched, and you can find it on Kickstarter. And also, if you don't have the link, you will receive it by email as well, or else you can go to magicbit.cc and simply type Kickstarter. And if you navigate there, magicbit.cc, Kickstarter, and you will be redirected to this page. So it's kind of quite easy to navigate to this page, or else you can go to kickstarter.com and search the keyword Magicbit, and you can easily find our project. So that's about it. And Magicbit is officially launched, and we can see already we got 5 backers, and it's really happy to see our early backers backing it right now, even within the first 5 to 10 minutes. So thank you all, and that's about Magicbit launch. And I hand over the session to I hand it over the control to Michelle in our team. Michelle?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Michelle Fernando from Team Magicbit. With that, we are going to moving to today's discussion. First, I'm so honored to introduce one of the key individuals who supported and guided us in our Magicbit journey for a longer time period since day one. He is Professor Rohan Munasinghe, Director, University Business Linkage Center, University of Mortua. Now I would like to invite him in sharing his valuable thoughts on Magicbit. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Anuruddha, Mikara, and Magicbit team. I think we are witnessing a great moment for Sri Lankan innovators, engineers, students, everyone. My appreciations for your hard work, commitment. It has been a tough ride all this long, but I know your commitment, your passion for this one. So therefore, this will go on. So the way I see Magicbit is it's a very, very smart way of getting our young minds into innovation, right? So today it's a global problem in the world that young people, kids, they spend a lot of time on mobile devices, on TV, etc. And that's not actually helping. But this is kind of weakness I see in our younger generations. And the Magicbit team has used, I think, this weakness to make them strong. I think that's a very, very smart way of thinking. Because after all, innovation or inventions has no meaning if it doesn't give any social benefit. So therefore, you guys have thought not from the business or technology point of view, but you look at it as a problem in the society and you wanted to solve it, right? So that is why I really, really appreciate Magicbit. So Magicbit will help to save our younger generations, new generations, future generations, right, from the syndrome of these mobile devices, right, and getting monotonic, getting rid of relationships with others. Now they have a very entertaining tool, which is very rewarding, educational tool, challenging tool. Yeah, the Magicbit can challenge the creative minds. So all that together, I think this has to go on. And I know about Magicbit team for a very, very long period of time. Anuruddha in particular, and also Mikara. I supervise these people when they were undergrads in the senior level, and particularly Anuruddha and his group. They built the first autopilot in Sri Lanka, and they flew a drone fully autonomously. That was in 2012. And that was the best engineering undergrad project of that year. So congratulations, Anuruddha. You have been very passionate about everything that you do. You are focused, resilient, and Magicbit is, I think, the latest brainchild. And from university side, we want to back you up, right? So we have been doing this for quite some time, and we want to assure you all the support that you require from the university side, from the University Business Linkage Cell. We will foster you, provide you business support, development, mentoring, etc., etc. And we want to really work to bring this Magicbit into the education system in Sri Lanka through the STEM program. I really want to request everybody, Sri Lankans, foreigners, everybody around the world, right? Please pay attention to Magicbit, what it can do to the growth of your child, your kid, the teachers, for your students, etc., etc. It is a very highly potential tool or advanced toy, I would say, which has the potential to transform your young minds, kids, into smart people who can develop smart technologies for the world. So with that, Playa, I want to say finally, thank you for inviting me to speak a few words at this very, very important moment. Congratulations and all the very best for Magicbit team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for your kind words and thoughts. We Magicbit team is forever grateful for all your support and guidance. Once again, Professor Rohan, thanks for taking your time and joining with us today. With that, I would like to say that Professor Rangika Halwatura is not here today due to an unavoidable reason, but he will be joining in further. Therefore, I would like to move to the next interesting part of today's event. It's none other than the discussion on IoT revolution is here. For that, I would so honored in having him at today's event. He is Mr. Laurent Alabach, Principal Software Engineer Manager at Microsoft and Representative Board of Director at Microsoft France. I would kindly invite Mr. Laurent to share his valuable insights. Over to you, Mr. Laurent.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction and congratulations for the launch on the Kickstarter. I'm sure it's a great and stressful moment. And I was very pleased to see that you already had bakers, like you just opened and boom, people are buying suddenly your kit. I was concentrating on what you were saying, so I haven't yet ordered mine, but I will do it. And I think you mentioned a couple of very interesting points in what you say. You said like, we're trying to make it very accessible, like IoT in minutes. And I think it's something very important to keep in mind, and it's a right choice, because when you have young generation, they have to learn how to program in simple ways. I really like the fact that you have like those block programming. You see that more and more. It's a good way to start. And I was reflecting when you were speaking about my youngest kid. I mean, he's like almost 18, but he started to code like that, with Xbox and Kodu. It was like block programming, kind of 3D games like that. And that speaks very much for kids. And I think it's a great way of adding a couple of sensors. You just plug, you have interaction with the phones, because yes, kids are on phones. I mean, you said it very truly, and Professor Ron as well, like they are on their phones. So you somehow have to attract them with stuff like that. Later on, they will, for those interested in that and who wants to write code, they move to code. Okay, and it still has to be simple, because yes, you cannot do everything with block. That's the reality. And if you want to do a bit more advanced elements, you have to go further. And again, if I do the reflection with my youngest kid, he moved from those block programming to some Python programming, and now he's doing like autonomous car driving. So the autonomous drone was resonating very well for me, and he's writing like real code in Python and in C# as well. He's doing like a lot of simulation, virtual simulator for the cars, and so we have to find easy ways to move from those kind of block programming to real programming. And I'm representing here .NET Nano Framework. So I'm working for Microsoft, but it's independent from Microsoft. It's a community-driven effort to bring C# and .NET, the .NET platform, into small microprocessors like the Microbit one. Okay, so does support ESP32, and what we most likely be able to do is a simple kit for people who want to use it to start coding, having just everything already ready. And I was checking the list of hardware and what is already there, and the good news is that we almost have everything. So making a kit will be quite easy. Always require a bit of effort, but very easy. And then this generation of people who move from like this hobbyist and feel a bit limited with this block and want to move for code, they will have the ability to do that. And here, the world is going to get open for them very quickly. In Internet of Things, there is internet, of course, and this is the important part, because yes, you connect devices to get insight, to get data, to analyze them, to do big data, and to have impact back on your environment. And I think the video was great on that. You are not here, you know that you have to feed your fish, then you can program that. But you can as well have on your phone or as a notification that the fish has been fed because you want to make sure that still he will get his food, but not too much food at the same time. Or if you're watering your plants, you want to make sure that you are taking in account the forecast and things like that, just to give the right quantity of water, and so on and so on and so on. So having this support of advanced programming in these kits will allow to do some prototyping, but as well almost production ready code. Yes, building a complex board is most likely not for hobbyists, but there are a lot of things you can do just at home like that with those kind of tools. So well done. Congratulations for the launch. I think the road is ahead for you. They will be high and done. Keep pushing when it's done. Keep surfing when it's high. Keep investing and keep continuing to trust in what you are doing. You have partners like us who believe as well that you have a good platform and that will help you support it even more for those people who want to write code using your platform as well. So all good and congratulations for that. I want to take more time speaking, so I'll give you back the mic for the next speaker.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lauren, for your wonderful technical insights. There were lots of new things to learn from your today's speech. Once again, we would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining with us today. Therefore, we would like to kindly invite you to accept this virtual token of appreciation from Team Magicbit.
Mitchell, you are muted.
Then I would like to invite our keynote speaker, as we are so honored in having him at today. He is Dr. Ajit Pascal, founder of Paragon Technologies and also a senior lecturer at University of Murtua. I would like to kindly invite Dr. Ajit in sharing his valuable insights. Over to you, Dr. Ajit.
Thank you very much, Michelle, for the introduction. And first of all, I would like to actually congratulate the entire Magicbit team, Anrudha, Migara, Akalanka, and all of them on this wonderful momentous occasion of actually launching the first Kickstarter project in Sri Lanka. I think I'm sure that this will be a catalyst for so many other youngsters, those who actually have innovative minds to do something very similar. Well, I thought basically approaching this keynote in the sense it's this short speech in a slightly different perspective, what Magicbit can do in a slightly different manner, a different way. Now, so to start the speech, I thought, okay, let's use the term productivity, something that we always actually use this particular term, and we always also basically know the meaning of the term as well. Productivity as a starting point for this short speech. So what exactly is productivity? We all know that it is basically carrying out something in a very efficient manner. So saving in terms of time, saving in terms of cost. So if you can actually carry out something in a productive manner, then obviously the benefit would be to whoever actually is doing that, and maybe to others as well. Now, productivity is not something actually is restricted to a few parties. Virtually everything that we do, productivity is linked to all activities that we are doing. So what is the connection between productivity and what we are talking about today, Magicbit? So let's look at some other things that where productivity actually matters a lot for us in a lot of things that we do on a daily basis. For example, let's say transportation, the travel time. The transportation is something that everybody is talking about. So how do we reduce travel time? Because even a minute saved will be extremely valuable for so many, too many of us. For that, assuming that you are not actually using your own vehicle or your own transport method, you would be using public transport. Now, there's always a waiting time for that one, particularly in Sri Lanka. Probably not in some other countries, but in Sri Lanka we have to wait for let's say for a train or for a bus, and we generally actually need to come to the train station or bus stop to wait for a bus or for a train. So how can we actually reduce that waiting time? Can we make use of technology? Can we make use of technology to cut that time down? And similarly, if I take let's say for example agriculture that has been like mentioned in that video. So in agriculture, we always have this problem of, okay, let's say talk about your own plants. Can I, or how do we water our plants in the right way at the right time? How do we find that right time? And particularly if you're not at home, how do you water the plants? And if you extend that, generalize that into a vast agricultural fields, the same problem actually is there to some extent. And water is a scarce resource, and sometimes actually we water them, we actually put additional water when the water is really not required because of, let's say, for example, it might have rained like in the previous evening. So there's no point actually again watering plants or a particular field. So like that, there are like conditions. There are many scenarios, many situations in agriculture where you will be requiring to monitor certain conditions and actually and then take some appropriate action. It could be the use of fertilizer, it could be the use of watering, like that. And so what else? Like what else can we think of where the productivity actually comes into the picture? Like again, maybe something connected to you, home automation. Okay, things that you might not be there at home. So how do we switch on some lights, or basically water our plants, or basically feed up pet dog or pet a cat or whatever. So those are things that I wouldn't call it productivity, but it's a matter of convenience. So when you are far away, how do we really address some of these issues? Again, something extremely important in today's context is environment. Now, even though we are not like spending basically time thinking about environment as such, but how about basically our air quality? So what actually what would happen if we see on a daily basis what our air quality parameters are? Okay. How can we? So would it actually make a difference in our lives by seeing these air quality parameters? Wouldn't actually put pressure on whoever the authorities to take corrective actions if the air quality deteriorates? So all these things require some use of technology. So how does IoT basically come into this picture? So if I look at going back what I just mentioned about transportation or travel time, agriculture, let's say home automation, or even environmental monitoring, there are, I can actually look at two broad things there. So in transportation, for example, we are looking at an event, whether the bus actually is, for example, at what time a bus actually has left the previous bus stop, or previous train has departed the previous station, or in terms of air quality, or in terms of agriculture, you are taking some measurements. So it's like you are trying to detect an event, or you are trying to take a measurement. So how does that actually get connected to IoT? IoT is all about that. IoT is basically will help you to do many measurements using sensors. And Magicbit Pro actually is an ideal example for that one. It comes with, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 10 sensors to do various things, or maybe detecting some event. So if I take your memories back to, let's say, when IoT actually was first introduced, there were some predictions. Some predictions actually, for example, companies like Ericsson, they came up with a prediction by 2020, that's last year, there'll be 50 billion IoT devices in the world. So 50 billion IoT devices. But now we have actually just passed 2020, and if you look back and see how many IoT devices are there, the actual number seems to be less than 10 billion. Okay? So 1/5 of the projected estimate actually is right there in the world. So what are the reasons for this? So when we talk about these measurements or detecting events, The IoT is all about doing these events and then take an appropriate action, or basically inform a centralized data collection server and then take an appropriate action. But it is easy to say these things rather than actually doing it. When you try to do it, there'll be a lot of difficulties. Now, when you get an innovative idea, or when you get something, okay, you are seeing some problem, you are seeing some gaps, and you want to address them, and you always actually want to start, okay, how do I actually quickly do something to test my idea? And when you talk about IoTs, that 50 billion IoT devices prediction, and one of the reasons, actually one primary reason why actually we have not reached that particular huge number forecasted long time back is the difficulty in going through the full cycle of taking your idea all the way up to a product and then launching it and getting the required outcome from that product. But all of these journeys, all of these actually ideas start from a simple idea. So if you can break this this entire thing to two parts. One is the idea formation, where you are seeing something and want to quickly do something to test your idea whether it works or not, and then if it works and if you're confident, then take it through the full cycle, so that you can actually get it up and running and launch it in a bigger way. So what I see is the utility of Magicbit is exactly at that first phase, and which is allowing anybody, it may be kids, maybe 8+, very small kids, or to a very senior engineer who can quickly bigger projects or bigger things that could happen like in the future. So the productivity that I was talking about earlier is all about saving time, saving money. So as long as you can quickly test your ideas and show to someone who can find, or someone who can actually having the money, or someone who can fund that the entire project, then you are at a big advantage, because you can see, okay, this is my idea and I have actually proven it very quickly using the available technology. So Magicbit addresses a big gap, in my opinion. Is not only actually providing a convenient, a modular manner of building a prototype, but also actually provides this wonderful magic blocks, which allows anybody without that much of programming experience to come up with a simple idea and get a total solution, a prototype solution. Okay? So that's what Magicbit is all about, and that is the first part of the challenge. First part of the challenge is, how do I actually prove something to someone else? This is my idea, and I have a mechanism, I have a methodology to prove that now. The second part, obviously, is the harder part, and that's actually what many people have actually predicted, and they have realized, okay, prediction is way off. So that is something probably I know that this particular company has already actually built many other things that are much more advanced things. So they are electronic companies which can actually take those those prototypes into the actual product as such. Probably not everybody can do that. Okay? But the most important part I see as a part of this innovation cycle is to get something proven quickly. And that is what Magicbit actually is doing. And I sincerely thank the entire Magicbit team for coming up with a brilliant idea like this one, going full cycle, or going actually full cycle in terms of the prototyping, allowing anyone with a maybe little bit technical knowledge to come up with a full solution to show, okay, my idea really works, and that when that light bulb actually lights, that actually is a great feeling or great satisfaction for anybody to see that the ideas are blossoming, and facilitating that. I think Magicbit has done a wonderful job. And with that short speech, let me congratulate once again the entire Magicbit team for filling a gap, I would say fairly a big gap, in my opinion, of cutting down the time and the effort required to quickly do a prototype. And I hope that this innovation will really propel Sri Lanka into the next level by allowing kids and anyone actually who is enthusiastic about electronics to test their ideas quickly and take the ideas actually even further. Thank you much for inviting me to do this short speech, and I wish you all success in everything that you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ajit, for your valuable technical insights and also for sharing your knowledge. Once again, we would like to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule in joining with us today. Therefore, we would like to kindly invite you to accept this virtual token of appreciation from Team Magicbit.
Thank you very much, Megara. Thank you, Magicbit team. Thank you very much.
As now we came to an end of our discussion, I would like to thank all our well-wishers and guest speakers who joined us today by accepting our invitation in taking time out of all their busy schedules. Also, for virtual audience who joined through YouTube, Facebook, and Google Meet. Thanks a lot for contributing your time in order to support us. We truly appreciate your presence on today's event. With this, I would like to invite Mr. Migara Amitodana, co-founder of Magicbit, to deliver the word of thanks.
Before I proceed, thank you, Michelle. Before I proceed with my vote of thanks, since we have a little bit of time and we have very eminent academics, industry professionals, and a bunch of people here, a very good team here in this audience. So if anybody likes to express their thoughts, I think we can give a chance to someone in the audience.
Thank you, Vigara. I'm Ranga Rodrigo from the Electronics Department and Department Chair. I'd like to say a very few words about Magicbits. I have been following this excellent development of Magicbits. It's very exciting for me, actually. So when we were kids, we played with the stuffed toys and we wished that were actually alive. We played with mechanical sets and we wished that actually they were able to send and move. Now, these dreams have come true with Magic. Magicbits are kids. I think they are very safe. Most of all, they are educational for the kids, touching the most advanced technologies of the world right now. Now, this is actually magic. Do you think that the most advanced technologies in the world, like IoTs and programming in Python, these devices, connectivity, connecting with the internet, and all these things can be in the hands of a kid in the Magicbits? I think that is really magic. Thank you, Vigar, Anirudh, and everyone else who contributed to this and making this available. Thank you very much. We will give our fullest support from the department for the work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So if there's anyone, I think we can give a chance to a couple of people to express their views. Okay, thank you, sir, for your wonderful thoughts. It's really encouraging. And with that, I will proceed with my vote of thanks. So before I proceed with the speech, I would like to show you all what is the power of crowdfunding by simply showing our what has happened to our just launched campaign right now. So we requested all our backers, our friends, and people who are interested about our project in advance that we are launching today in 9:30 US time. So you can see already, and it's changing real time as well. So already our project has, there are 28 backers and our project has raised over 2,000 Australian dollars. So that's the power of crowdfunding, and we a big thank goes out to all our early backers, and I'm pretty excited to say one person waited for the exact minute that I was. Thank you. So I'm really excited to say one of our supporters was waiting for the exact moment that I was launching that, and he has backed in the exact minute and sent me a screenshot as well. So I think that's the power of crowdfunding, and a big thanks goes out to our all backers around the world. So it's really exciting and really encouraging to see this enthusiasm from all of you. So if I to finalize our event with everything, I'll proceed with my speech. So I should thank our guest speaker today, Lawrence. Many thanks for coming in such short notice, especially for this event. And you and Jose, you have been always encouraging us about our project, and we remember that you guys shared us in a live Twitch stream in US some time back about our project. It's really exciting to work with you, and it's really great to see you here as well. And special thanks goes to Dr. Ajit Pascual for your encouraging words and your keynote speech, sir. And again, from our university, Professor Rohan Munasinghe, thank you for sharing your thoughts, sir. Although Professor Alvatura couldn't make it today due to an unavoidable reason, I should thank him and because of the excellent support they gave us from Inventors Commission for the success of our project during the last 2 years. And after that, I should thank everyone in the audience, starting from our very senior University of Moratuwa staff members, like our Professor Dayavan sir, and many other department heads, former department heads, professors, doctors, everyone who were present in the audience today. And I'm sorry that I cannot give all of you a chance to speak, because we compressed our event for 1 hour to save everybody's time, and that's why. And special thanks goes to everyone who presented from ICT and the Spirulation program, which earlier supported us for our acceleration of our Magicbit startup, and Sri Lanka Inventors Commission, SLASCOM, and our assembly partner, TOS Lanka, and their team who came here today, and Mobitel, who sponsored us for programs, and our partners who are working with us, our investors, company founders, CEOs, well-wishers. Thank you everyone for being here. And I should specially thank, some of them are here, some of them are not here, our campaign supporters who supported us without any sleep, relentlessly, to make this campaign a success and for this launch. Special thanks goes to our team led by Anuruddha, Akalanka, Sudat, and all our team, present and past members, and also external supporters of Magicbit. I'm really glad to say that we got some excellent supporters all around the world. Isira Samarasekar at Facebook in the USA, and we got Eranda Ginige, a social entrepreneur from Sri Lanka, Nalin Indika, Ranil Ruan Patirana, Mahesh Desapriya, and Hasaranga. So these were the members who supported us to create this project and presentable like this to you and to everyone all around the world. So that's it. Thank you everyone, and thank you for being a wonderful audience. Thank you for supporting us to make this project a success. And we'll end today's ceremony and our event with this. And I will share on my screen our link as the closing remark. So if any one of you are interested in getting Magicbit, you can either go to Kickstarter page and simply search Magicbit, or else I will share my screen. So you can go to this special link we have created and obtain your Magicbit from there. So that's it. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Good night. And have a very innovative and IoT field future. I wish a very wonderful evening for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you, and congratulations again. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.